Welcome back. It is Friday, September 27th in the MLB. Our three best bets are on the way. It is Austin, joined by Logan today, joined for the third straight day by the Brooms. Woo! Best special guest out there, a 2-0 sweep. Normally don't bring out the Brooms for a 2-0 day, but we're on an 8-0 run. We got to continue to bring them out. Logan, great call. Early afternoon, Cardinals-Rockies over 10.5. We were watching that game. Might have been the worst defense ever played. That looked like a Little League game out there. That was despicable. Hey, but it worked our way, and there was 18 runs. It was not a sweat. And then Mookie over and hits, runs, and RBIs. He delivered a two-hit game. I think he had 2 RBIs. We'd love to see that. A 2-0 day, 8-0 run into the green. Logan, the goal today. We need to go 3-0. We got 3 picks inbound for you all today. As always, it's normally Logan and I's favorite pick. Then we'll have a parlay of the day, and that's going to be no different. Today, we're running it back with a hit parlay. We've hit 2 straight. We'll be on odds checker. Link down below in the pinned comment in the description. Might be our last parlay of the day for the MLB. So, hey, chop into it. Ride the last hit parlay of the season. They've been pretty good to us. We'll find our 2 favorite hitters. Go down below, pin comment in description. It'll be live probably about an hour or 2 after the video drops. If you need to come back to it, you certainly can. Or just follow us on social media. You'll see us tweeted out over there. But hey, it's been a pretty good day. Later on today, we'll have our college football best bets video that will drop probably around noon Eastern time. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. But Logan, we need to enter the weekend in style. You've been on a scorcher. I'm going to throw it to you for your favorite pick of the day. And today you've got a money line. Who's winning tonight?
Yeah, I do have a money line. And this time of year, it's hard to really find value on some of these lines. But I found value on one I really like. It's going to be the Guardians money line, minus 120 odds on FanDuel. I like the Guardians to finish up the season winning this series at home. I think this is a good spot to target for them. If they don't win today, maybe I'm back on them tomorrow. Not really sure. Depends a lot on how they look tonight. But I really just think if you look at a season sample size, because that's what we have to go on now, Guardians 50-28 at home. Astros only 40-38 on the road. So you've got a pretty decent home team against a team that's a 50-50 pretty much on the road. I like the Guardians' chances to get this win. Again, you want some playoff momentum. You want to be winning these games at home, getting into good hitting shape, and that's, I think, what they do today. Now, who's starting for the Guardians today? It's Joey Cantillo starting for the Guardians, 4.63 ERA and a 1.2 WHIP for Cantillo. At home, his ERA drops to a 2.4 compared to a 6 on the road. So I really like the fact that he's got a good home road splits, and he's pitching at home today. That's what we need. We need him at his best. It's kind of interesting to me how this game is priced too. You normally wouldn't expect the Guardians to be minus 120-ish favorites against with Joey Cantillo on the mound. I mean, that's not an ace at all. But I think the fact that he's getting a little bit of line respect makes sense because he's entering this game in great form. He's only got a 1.1 ERA in September. He's 2-0 as far as decisions. I like to see that. He's getting a little bit of run support and pitching well in the start of these games. I need him to pitch well against a Astros offense that have seen left-handed pitching pretty well recently. It's up to him to go out there and have a strong showing. I think he does. And would it surprise me at all? I don't think so. If the Astros rested a few guys, give some of their veterans a day off or a series off in this one, wouldn't surprise me at all. I could see the Astros lineup looking a little piecemealed. I like that. And then on the other side, it's going to be Ronel Blanco starting for the Astros, 2.88 ERA and a 1.1 WHIP. Again, Ronel Blanco's been really solid this year. To see him as an underdog in this spot, pretty interesting. I was expecting this line to be close to a pick'em. But Ronel Blanco has a 2.5 earned run line, which he normally doesn't have, or if he has it, it's solid plus value on the over. I think if we're looking at Ronel Blanco, the fact that he hasn't hit that line, he could be in some trouble today, especially against the Guardians team that matches up pretty well against the pitcher like him. They're patient at the plate, where Ronel Blanco really struggles with walking. He's towards the back of the pack in walk percentage. And he has several starts with like 4 walks. Extremely inefficient pitcher sometimes. Guardians got to be patient at the plate, put the bat on the shoulder, don't swing. Ronel Blanco will walk you. Last 14 days, Cleveland hitting .222 against righties. Not exactly setting the world on fire, but with a pitch-to-contact guy like Ronel Blanco that's getting barreled up at the 18th percentile in barrel percentage, I see some hard extra base hits coming for the Guardians, especially at home where they are notoriously a lot better offense. And then we go to the bullpens because the most decisive advantage I could find in terms of statistically is in the bullpens. Last 14 days, Houston 28th in bullpen ERA at a 6.18. Cleveland, on the other hand, is first in bullpen ERA at a 0.97. So they don't even have a 1 ERA as far as a bullpen goes. That is a huge disparity. I like the Guardians a lot in this matchup. I think starting pitching, a little slight edge to Ronald Blanco, but it just makes it up for it in the bullpens. I like the Guardians to get some runs up in this game and win it on the money line. I'm laying the slight juice for the Guardians today. Don't let me down, Guardians. I love that as my pick. But Austin, you got a pick. Where are you going?
Speaking of runs, Logan, I got a team total here, and I think it's going to cash, hopefully as easy as the Diamondbacks team total did yesterday or a couple days ago. And this is a team playing the Diamondbacks. We're taking the Padres, first 5, team total over 1.5. Slight juice at minus 140 on DraftKings, but when you can give me the Padres at 1.5 with not, minus 170 juice on an over, I got to take a shot here. This has been one of the teams that has been pretty good to our money all season long, especially on these 1.5 team totals. Now, obviously, if you look at this matchup, you could say the Padres don't have a lot to play for, but I think they start to treat this last series, especially against a divisional foe who they could knock out of the playoffs if they win all these games and sweep the D-backs. They're out of there. They're not making it. And also, it's kind of a gear up for the postseason where you want to start seeing your bats start to lock in, kind of look at those pitchers and see where you can find edges. And I think they could easily tag Merrill Kelly for a lot of runs today. I would take the first 5 over, but I'm not really sure who's pitching for the Padres today. It could be Yu Darvish. It could be Martin Perez. Either way, I think the D-backs will score some runs, but I don't want to take an over there. I'll just ask the Padres to put up 2 runs. Now, Merrill Kelly will start for the D-backs. He's been pretty solid numbers-wise this year. Hasn't pitched a ton, missed a lot due to injury, but a 3.7 ERA and a 1.12 whip. He's actually looked really good in his last 2 starts. 1 earned run allowed over his last 11 innings pitched. Now, one of those starts was against the Rockies, and then one of them was against the Brewers. Brewers in that series didn't really care. They just clinched their division. They didn't care at all. They were trying out terrible lineups. But prior to that, when he returned back from injury, Kelly, 2, 6, 4, 4, 2, and 3 earned runs allowed in his previous 6 starts. So he wasn't really good. He's had 2 good starts. Are those more of an anomaly, or is he suddenly going to be, a shutdown pitcher? I'm going to go towards more of them an anomaly. And heck, if he gave up 2 runs in the first 5 to the Padres here, that wouldn't even be a bad start for him. That'd be pretty solid. Padres, like I said, they don't have a ton to play for, but they're still a team that no one wants to enter the playoffs cold. You're not just going to rest all your guys here. And the Padres have been a team notoriously this season. Barely any guys get days off. They are always in that lineup trying to win games. And yesterday, if you back the Padres, they got cooked by Walker Buehler, one of the worst pitchers this season. They got cooked by him. 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Did have their chances there, but just didn't get those timely hits. But we've seen over the last month, the Padres have faced 25 right-handed pitchers, right-handed starters. Of those 25, only 5 of them have actually allowed 1 earned run or fewer, the 5th one being Walker Buehler. Of the previous 4, they normally bounce back the next time they saw a righty, and that would be the case today against Merrill Kelly. The previous 4 that allowed 1 or fewer, the next game against the righty, they scored 8, 5, 2, and 4 runs. So, look, it's kind of been a system play. I equate it to maybe Jalen Brunson in the NBA. When Jalen Brunson has a bad game, typically, this year we won't be able to back him because his points line will be insane, but previous years we just back him because they just don't have back-to-back bad games. It's kind of the Padres offense. They've seen Merrill Kelly a lot his last 3 starts, all last year and one in 2022. He's given up 4, 4, and 3 earned runs. If you look at their stats against him, he actually has some good splits against some of the guys, but that was a lot of those numbers were back in 2021. Now it's 2024. Merrill Kelly, a much different pitcher. His underlying stats, I already said he has a 3.7 ERA. His expected ERA, 5.1, ninth percentile. His 15th percentile in expected batting average, 14th in whiff percentage, and 4th in barrel rate. So this is a guy not getting the whiffs and giving up a lot of barreled balls. Well, this is a team that can hit those kind of pitchers. Sure, they didn't get to Walker Buehler yesterday, but I'm willing to bet that they can get the job done. Fernando Tatis, really good numbers against Merrill Kelly with 4 homers. So heck, Luis Arraez, here's what I'm putting out into the universe. Luis Arraez single, Fernando home run. We cashed in the first 2 batters. The Padres have done it before for us, just like that. Merrill Kelly also, you look at him, 10% walk percentage versus lefties, which is pretty high. He's not a big high walk guy and does have a pretty good batting average allowed to lefties, but he's walking a lot of them. We know the Padres, a team that is number 1 in K rate to right-handed pitchers over the last month, means they don't strike out. You also look at them 4th in batting average, 5th in OPS, 4th in WRC plus versus righties. I'm willing to buy low on the Padres, which, this isn't even that low of a line. It's 1.5 minus 140. But I want to buy a little bit low after yesterday's start against Walker Buehler. Maybe they weren't locked in there. 2 straight losses. I'm willing to bet that they bounce back here in Arizona. We do see some higher scoring games here in Arizona. You could go full game, but full game is 4.5. I don't hate it at plus money, but I'd rather go first 5, just hoping they get to Merrill Kelly. And I think they certainly can get us 2 runs, and we don't even need them to be earned runs. They could be errors, and we certainly will take that as well. So I like the Padres to get the Merrill Kelly, the D-back starter. First 5 team total over 1.5 at minus 140. And then we're running with Logan's pick, Guardians ML. And then our third pick will be our parlay of the day. It will be a 2-leg hit parlay on Odds Checker, or link down below in the pinned comment. Tap into it. We're trying to hit a third straight hit parlay. Let's hopefully continue this 8-0 run. If we move it to an 11-0 run, I don't know what I'll do, but hey, we'll be pretty dang happy because it's been a good close to the MLB season. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll have some college football video dropping at 12 p.m. Eastern time when it is live. I'll link it on the screen. And then I think tomorrow we'll have a couple NFL videos as well. Hope you guys had a great day. Awesome Logan signing out. See you in the next one. Peace.